Paul.
Jenny, how are you?
Great, great. God, you've some set up here. Barefoot Farm, looks fabulous. Where did the name Barefoot Farm come from?
Well, when we started up this business, we were struggling for a name. And we were on a walk in the gardens up in Carlow one day, and I took off my shoes and I was walking with my bare feet in the grass, and I was saying, oh my God, it felt lovely. So why don't we go with Barefoot Farm? And we were kind of put it on the long finger then, you know what I mean? But then when we had a crowd doing a logo for us, and we still had no name, and I just threw that in there, Barefoot Farm, and they went, oh, that's it, isn't it? So when they done the logo, we thought, no,
it made sense.
Yeah, it looked really good. So
Great, great. And how long are you in business, Paul?
We took over the field in 2018. We didn't start selling until November that year.
So you're relatively new?
Yeah, very new. We had a quite winter that year, even a year after, so we're still learning, like, you know.
And is this a passion you've always had, Paul?
Always wanted to grow, yeah. Always wanted a polytunnel.
Wow.
Just to grow tomatoes.
How many do you have now?
We've 7 of our own and 2 are leasing, so.
Wow. Why don't you sell the heads?
Look, the heads, you have to keep them in the bed longer, you know, staying longer.
Yeah.
And then you cut them and you just sell them once. You only get, you know, we can pick that leaf for up to 8 weeks, every week for up to 8 weeks. So, you know, it's given.
That's brilliant, because in Faithlegg, we'll, normally we used to buy the heads,
right,
but they used to wilt so quickly,
you
know, especially in the summer with the heat and this, that and the other.
Right.
So the lettuce now, it's just crisp all the time.
Well, we pick the lettuce really, really early, you know.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Before the sun gets out.
Okay.
Because you can see some of the leaf there is wilted already.
Yeah. What time is it, about 1:30?
Yeah. You put that, even if you put that in the fridge now, you're at nothing, you know what I mean? You need to get it in the morning when it's crisp, you know.
Yeah.
And get it into the fridge as fast as possible, and then it'll hold, like, you know what I mean? So that's
very good. Yeah. And you give us mixed leaves. So how do you pick what goes in where into the bags? Is there a variety that you love?
I just go by a bed.
Okay, yeah.
It's just, you know, as Fiona always says, you never get the same bag twice, like, you know? So I harvest off this bed yesterday.
Yeah.
And we're going over to this one the next day. It's just different leaves. So we have about 11 different type of lettuce. But as you can see, in a bed I can only fit
certain amount.
See, it's all to do with traceability too. Every bed has a number, and every section, see the sections, that's how I know what goes in. So
you can tell me the lot number my lettuce comes from.
Exactly. I can tell you what bed it came out, what section, as in between the 2 posts. You know.
Wow. So when you get a plate of salad in Faithlegg, you can tell me exactly the plot of land that it came from. You tell me the
sell by date on the bag of that lettuce, I can tell you where it came from.
That's excellent. Yeah, that's brilliant.
I can tell you what seed was in it and compost, the whole lot. You know?
Yeah. You were telling me before about green manure. What's that about?
Green manure is a cover crop. When you have an empty bed, you put in a green manure and it grows really fast, so it suppresses all the weeds.
Right.
And then when you work it back into the ground, it gives back organic matter into the ground. And some of them are like clovers. They're nitrogen fixers, so they fix nitrogen from the air into the ground, you know what I mean? So
okay, so it's all about the quality of the soil, and you're constantly giving.
Eventually they'll be going away from farmyard manure. You know what I mean? Green manures, I think, is the way forward. Like.
Okay, yeah.
It's just learning how to use them. They're all different. Like.
Yeah.
It's not just one type, you know what I mean? There's loads of different types of green manures.
Brilliant. And your busiest time of the year, is it the summer?
Summer, but in Christmas as well.
Oh, really?
Christmas is off the wall.
Okay.
Especially in retail anyway.
Yeah.
In Arkeen, the last 2 years, couldn't keep it. We thought we'd take a few days off for Christmas and we're getting phone calls. There's nothing left.
Wow.
So we're back
That's
out
a good
there.
complaint now.
Oh yeah, so like I said, you know, we need more tunnels, we need more volume.
Yeah.
For the winter,
yeah.
You know.
There's a bit of history about a couple of these tunnels though.
All of them. Well, these tunnels, they're all from Mount Congreve Gardens, the nursery down the back, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And how did you come about them?
I was trying to get tunnels made by this engineer fella, and he couldn't do what I was doing, and he said to me, there's tunnels down in Mount Congreve, you heard about someone buying them. So I went down and looked, and I got in contact with the manager and the array. So we went in with the family and cut them down. As I said, there's 3 tunnels over there, was 1 tunnel down there in Mount Congreve. It was a big, massive tunnel, so we cut it down and made it into 3 small ones. You know?
Like how long would this tunnel be now?
These 2 was 1 tunnel, so this was about 110 foot long.
Yeah.
We made it into 2, you know, 250
It just tells you the size of the tunnels down in Mount Congreve at the time, yeah.
See,
they must have had them full with stuff.
They had them full with, in pots, you know what I mean, like a nursery.
Oh, okay,
so, you know what I mean, you couldn't grow a lettuce in a 100-foot tunnel, or, you know, well, you couldn't 100, but not more than that, you know what I mean, it just gets too hot in the centre. Yeah. So that's why we went for this size. And you can see the gable ends are completely opened.
God, it's a real passion for you, Paul, isn't it?
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
You're ex-Waterford Crystal?
Ex-Waterford Crystal, 2nd generation glass blower, yeah.
Wow.
Dad picked me out of school at 16.
Said, right, come in.
At the time, glass job for life, that's what they said, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And now this is your
I
love.
went out to the airport then for 13 years. And I just done a course in organic horticulture, just for a hobby,
Yeah,
you know. So I wanted to learn to grow without chemicals and all that. And part of the course then, we had to do work experience. But to go back, we had an allotment in Ballymona, right?
yeah,
We grew everything.
yeah, brilliant.
But the only thing I can enjoy was the salad leaf, you know. People come out and visit, you give them a leaf, go off and it'll grow back.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
Yeah.
So
The
part of
different flavours in the leaves are just unbelievable.
Like
Yeah.
you could have a bed of spuds in there for a couple of months and then you dig them up and they might be no
That's
good
it
or
done,
that
yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I had to do work experience for the course. And Fiona found that on Facebook there was a walk, a Chagas walk, you know, organised down in Ballyhooly, Fermoy.
Yeah. And
this man just done salad leaf.
Wow.
Roddy and Sheila McGoran. So we went down to the farm walk. I was blown away by it. And it was funny that day, we were going to ask him, can I do a work experience? But again, I didn't want to go over to him. There was about 50, 60 people.
Yeah, yeah.
So she go on over to him and ask him. And I was like, oh, I want to go on, but I did. I went over and I spoke to him. He said, come down. And that moment changed my whole life, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Because it was still a hobby then.
Yeah, yeah.
But while working down there, I was down there every week, once a week for a few months.
Yeah.
He started teaching me stuff and he's saying, like, you can do this in Waterford, you know what I mean? And that changed everything. Like,
Yeah. Brilliant. Thanks very much for your time, Paul, and best of luck.
Brilliant. Thank
Take
you.
care.